Hi, I'm Michelle the Irritable Vegan. I'm here to share my vegan low FODMAP story and hopefully take some of the BS out of IBS. Now today I've got something really special planned for you. It's a collaboration with the fabulous Carrie from the Wild Gut Project, and it's all about that magical C word. Cocktails! Now together we've come up with FODMAP friendly cocktails, mocktails and hors d'oeuvres so that you can be the host with the most this season. The full written recipes for everything featured across both channels is available in Feast Without FODMAPs, which is out now. I'll leave all the links in the description box below. For now it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so let's get the party started. Cheers! First up is winter root soup shots. This is a fast and easy way to use up leftover roast root veg. I used whole roast celeriac, but you could try a combination of parsnips, celeriac and potatoes. I combined the cooked roots with a FODMAP friendly portion of butter beans, fresh thyme, Dijon mustard, seasoning and a mixture of stock and oat cream. If you're cautious about using oat cream, then swap it for almond milk instead. It really is as simple as blitzing everything together until smooth. Add a squeeze of lemon juice and reheat the soup gently before serving. Next up we have tomato tartare on cheesy polenta chips. For ease I use 1 pack of shop-bought firm polenta, but feel free to make your own from scratch if you prefer. Stand the polenta on its longest edge and cut carefully down to create thin slices approximately 5mm thick. You should end up with about 8 even slices. Cut each slice in half and each half diagonally into triangles roughly the size of a thick tortilla chip. Lay the polenta chips out on a baking tray in a single layer. Lightly brush the surface of the chips with garlic oil. Generously sprinkle the chips with salt, pepper and cheesy nut crust. I'll leave a link to the recipe below. Bake the chips for 20 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Allow them to cool and firm up on the baking tray before topping with tomato. Meanwhile, score a shallow cross into the top of each tomato. Boil the tomatoes in a pan of hot water for 1 minute. Plunge the tomatoes into cold water and leave for 1 to 2 minutes until the skin starts to peel. Peel, quarter and de-seed the tomatoes, reserving the seeds, skins and juice for the marinade. Blitz the tomato trimmings in a blender and press through a sieve to create a smooth tomato juice for the marinade. Griddle the tomato fillets in a hot non-stick pan. Pour over the balsamic vinegar and allow the fillets to sear. Sprinkle on smoked paprika and bubble the tomatoes in the glaze for a few minutes. Large fillets will need to be flattened with a spatula. Reduce the heat to low and pour in the reserved tomato marinade. Bubble for 1 to 2 minutes. Deglaze the pan using a heat-proof basting brush. Dice the tomato fillets as finely as possible. Spread the diced fillets out across a tray, smoothing into a single layer with a palette knife. Brush the marinade as evenly as possible over the tartare. Serve a 1/4 teaspoon of tartare on each cheesy polenta chip, topping with chopped fresh parsley. The polenta chips firm up nicely as they cool, making this the perfect cocktail party finger food. This next recipe is for Boozy Melon and Tofu Feta skewers. Half de-seed and ball a cantaloupe melon. Mix 2 tablespoons of fresh grated ginger, 4 tablespoons of gin and the juice of half a lime. Marinate the melon and mix thoroughly. This can be prepared up to 12 hours ahead but no longer and stored in the fridge. Serve the melon as it is or with chunks of salty tofu feta. Next up are noodle nests with lime yolks. Cook 100 grams of rice noodles. Dice half an English cucumber, the juice of half a lime, a handful of mint leaves, salt and pepper. Blitz together with ground coriander seeds and half a stick of lemongrass. Pour 3/4 of the lime smoothie over the cooked noodles and massage thoroughly. Swirl the noodles round in a shallow muffin tin to form a nest shape. Then bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes until crisp. Mash 170 grams of ripe avocado with 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast and the juice of half a lime. Mix the avocado with the remaining lime smoothie to make a zingy guacamole. Serve the noodle nest on a spoon to make it easier to eat. Top with the guacamole sauce and garnish with a slice of lime and a tiny sprig of mint. Last but not least, chocolate dipped mandarins, sprinkled with chili and salt. Break your vegan chocolate into pieces in a microwavable bowl and add coconut oil. Heat in 30-second increments until melted, smooth and glossy. Dip half of each mandarin segment into the melted chocolate and allow to cool on baking paper for about 20 minutes. I used half chili chocolate and half sea salt, then sprinkled over the garnish to complement each flavour. Serve any leftover melted chocolate in a bowl on the side. I hope this video has put you in a festive mood and has inspired you to create your own FODMAP-free feast. You'll find the full written recipes and much more in Feast Without FODMAPs, available to download from the description box below. Make sure you head over to the Wild Gut Project for cocktail hour at Carrie's, for cocktails and mocktails to really get the party started. However you celebrate this season, I hope it's flare-up free. I'll be wishing for a very Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy New Year. Let me know in the comments box below exactly what you'll be drinking this season. As always, thanks so much for watching and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.